Okay, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, we are live. Grace Simon here with the New Doors Mentorship and Coaching. So glad to be back for day 13 of the 21-day reset. We had a couple of days of reflection and pause because we need to do that in the middle of our reset. We have really been hitting a lot of clarity and awareness topics and activation and giving you tools to help build your capacity and your awareness. And it is a lot because it deals with your emotions, it deals with your beliefs, it deals with your values, it deals with your physiology, it deals with your response. It's a whole lot of. And you guys keep showing up because you're going after it for 2026. I'm so excited. Let's drop it in the chat as people are coming on saying, hello, I'm here and I'm ready to go deeper. Let's go deeper. I'm going to put it in the chat here. Deeper. Oh, yeah. Come on. This 21-day reset, CEO reset, is all about clarity and awareness and activation. In order to get transformation, it takes a whole lot of activation. Yes, deeper, you're back. Woohoo! Fighting for yourself. You're fighting for your life. You're going after it. And I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. There is no weakness in going after the things that you know you are called to do, that you are meant for. Say, I am called for more. I'm called for greater. Let's hear it. I'm called for more. I'm called for greater. And I say, yes, you are. And so am I. Let's go. Woohoo! Yes! My ladies are jumping back on. I'm so proud of you. Let's go. Transformation takes not just motivation, but activation. And we're taking massive steps. Guys, thank you for coming back on. Thank you for staying here with me and going after it because it's so important. Yes, you're called for more and greater. Yes, you are. Great, amazing women. Love you. I love you and I love this. I could just feel your energy. I could feel your excitement coming through. Every time you hear a chat, you put in a chat, I can just feel it. I can feel this urgency. I feel like this desperation, this want, this desire for more in your life. And that's really what we're going after. And it's not easy. Awareness and clarity, activation is not easy. It's not for the weak at heart. It really isn't. And you guys are nothing close to weak. You're furious. Like you are really going after things, furious in a good way. You're fire furious, going for your life. And tonight is okay. Are you ready to be called out a little bit more tonight? Are you ready to wake up some new awareness? Yeah, we need to really shift some states. We need to bring some new awareness, and we need to shift some things so that we can really step into that more. Tonight we're not talking about goals. Okay. Yes, go for it. That's the attitude. Amazing. Tonight we're not talking about attitudes because clarity and awareness is not about goals. Goals are good, but we have to fill that gap. Remember, we talked about faith, and faith is about where we are presently and then that future outcome that we desire to have and to fulfill and behold. And there's that gap between, and it takes the steps of the unknown, and that's faith, right? Moving towards it. We don't want to stay where we're at or move backwards. We always want to be moving forward, and we have to take these steps forward, and we have to really know that we're taking these steps forward. So we're not, hey, Rachel, so good to have you. So we're really taking these steps forward, and without goals, because goals we move away from, and we want to always be moving forward. And that's what we're going to talk about, is the moving away, these values. Because what we want to talk about is what's stopping you in going towards these values. Friends, you don't lack talent. You don't lack vision. Some of you think that you lack vision. You don't. You have these things inside of you, bubbling inside of you that you want. You don't lack vision. And you certainly don't lack intelligence. Friends, you're intelligent. You're incredibly intelligent, more than you can even imagine. I'm more intelligent than I possibly imagine. People say, you're so smart. You're so brilliant. I'm like, really? Huh? Are you kidding me? But I say now, yes, I am, because I realize I don't lack vision. I don't lack vision. It's about organizing my life in a forward motion. And that's what you're doing here, friends, is that you're organizing your life around avoiding a feeling. That's what we do. That's why we feel like we're going around circles more than moving forward, is because we're organizing our life around avoiding a feeling. When we are moving away from the values, when we're moving backwards, we're trying to avoid something. So here, I'm asking you this question, and I want you to get real honest again. Are you avoiding rejection, scarcity, failure, being misunderstood? You have these emotions, right? You do have them at times, but they're not random emotions. They're actually emotional red lights. And this is where the awareness steps in. They're emotional awareness. Whenever you feel rejection, scarcity, failure, being misunderstood, they are red lights. Type in the chat the one that shows up the most for you. Go ahead and put it in, any of those or more. There's so many other feelings, that emotions that we try to avoid. What emotion do you sense that you are trying to avoid the most? And it doesn't have to be in the ones that I said: rejection, scarcity, failure, being misunderstood. Type in the chat, what is the emotion that you are trying to avoid that are emotional red lights for you? Backlash. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Whoa. Any others? Any others? Emotion that you want to avoid at all costs. You want to feel that. So you do everything. You like put barricades and walls preventing you from ever. Prayer needed to not be afraid to talk about the dark side of a human trafficking. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you want to avoid that trauma, of course. That is painful. That's hard. Yeah. Ugh. What other things? Yeah, there's traumas in our life that we want to avoid. We put barricades, and that's a whole other layer of things. But there's everyday emotion that we want to avoid like anything. See, friends, this is day 13 of 21-day reset. And a CEO does not react emotionally. And each and every one of us are CEOs. We're CEOs of our relationships. We're CEOs of our business. We're CEOs of our home. We're CEOs of our community. We're CEOs. We're drivers, right? We're driving something in our life, and we cannot react emotionally. We will not react emotionally. Can you say that? I will not react emotionally, because I understand my emotional operating system. You will not react emotionally because you are coming into the awareness of your emotional operating system. You think you're moving toward success, but often you're actually moving away from discomfort. Oh my gosh. And you just don't feel like you can get further along because it just keeps happening. It's these patterns that just keep happening. And we're repeating a little bit about values because this is new and it needs to be repeated over and over again so that you come to an awareness of it. Like, you may have awareness, but do nothing about it. And so we're having an awareness. We're allowing things to come to the surface that you can see, and we're going to do something about it so that it's not running your life. Good job. You will not react emotionally. Amazing. That's good. So when you think that you're moving towards success, but you're actually moving away from discomfort, there are distinctive changes that we need to realize. Yes, boom, exactly. There are two forces driving you, friends. Two. Moving towards your values, which is what's moving towards your values? It's growth, impact, faith, love, success, all those things that we want, right? We want to feel those things. Those are our values. We want to move towards those, oh, wonderful feelings of emotions. Who doesn't want to feel impact, faith, love, success? We definitely want that, right? But moving away from values is rejection, scarcity, frustration, failure. And most people believe they're driven by inspiration. Most people believe they're driven by inspiration because of those fluffy things. But really, we're moved away from because we get hit with these rejection, scarcity, frustration, and failure. You're actually being driven by what you're trying to avoid. Yeah, you're actually being driven by frustration. You're not being driven by inspiration. You're being driven by frustration, right? Yeah. You're actually being driven by what you want to avoid. This is not how you want to drive your life. Now, we went through that, right? When we said, enough, enough. But we drawn up exactly what we wanted. We were talking about the desire and the clarity. But I want to go deeper in the understanding that these values that are driving you away need to be handled. So listen here, lean in for a minute with me. If rejection dominates you, and you're going to recognize it, if rejection dominates you, you shrink your visibility. Oh, let somebody else do that. Oh, I think somebody else would actually be better for that position. Oh, they're so good at that. But I asked you to do it. Oh, but I think they would be much better at it. They're better at than me. You shrink your visibility. You do less than what you know that you're capable of, or even less than what you want to. If scarcity dominates you, you play small financially. No. Yes. If scarcity dominates you, you play small financially. And listen, what can you receive with hands clenched tight? What can you receive with hands clenched tight? Or when you're like, okay, well, I can give this much. And scarcity isn't just like scarcity doesn't affect just financial, it affects everything. Right? That's exactly it. So if scarcity dominates you, you play small financially. If failure dominates you, what happens? If failure dominates you, you delay action. I have been caught in this one, guys. Oh, yikes. Ouch. This one hurts again. This is like tough stuff. It's like, owie. I got bruises. I got bruises in this training. If failure dominates you, you delay action. That's not personality, friends. It's not your personality why you shrink back. It's not your personality when you like play it safe. It's not your personality when you're dominated by failure, by the fear of failure. That's not your personality. That's conditioning. That's conditioning. I want you to picture your life like a highway. Okay? You see the lanes on the highway? I want you to picture this highway. You're driving down the road in your hot pink Cadillac. My hot pink Range Rover. I don't want a pink Range Rover. I'm just kidding. But I really want a beautiful black extended Range Rover. So I'm driving on my highway. Your goals are are on the destination. Okay, you can see your goals down there. And your talent is the vehicle that you're driving in. So whatever vehicle you're driving, you love it. The one that you're in now, it's good enough. It's great. It's amazing. It is the one that you want. But your talent is the vehicle. And your effort is the gas in your vehicle. Okay, you have everything that you need on that highway, right? You got your goals, you got your vision, you got your vehicle, you got the gas filled up. But your emotional avoidance is the red light. You are not stalled because the road is closed. It's clear. You see your goals out there. You see everything ahead of you. So you're not stalled because the road is closed. You're stalled because you're obeying eternal and internal red lights without even questioning them. You are seeing roadblocks. You're seeing road closures from within. And sometimes the traffic jam isn't the market. It isn't your partner. It isn't your friend. It isn't timing. It's the story in your head. It's the story in your head. I listened to a story today, friends. I listened to someone's story today. And there were so many red lights there. My husband was listening into, not any of you. Don't worry. Because I did talk to some of you today. It's not any of you. But there was someone, and they just had so many red lights of why they could not do the new business that they wanted to. And there's not enough this, there's not enough that. Da 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 da. And then they pulled somebody else in saying they need to get a job, but they can't afford, they have to, they have to do things a little differently. And if I had this business, I could help them out in their time of need. And then they started pulling out their red lights for the other person. There was red lights everywhere. It was like a gong show of red lights streaming through the phone. And I got off the phone and my husband's like, who were you talking to? I'm like, I couldn't end that conversation. Even if I tried, there was just so many reasons, excuses why they couldn't do what they needed to do. And they're in dire needs. They need a massive change, like a massive shift right away. It's the story in their head. It's their story in their head. So then I just started asking questions. You have the solutions. Why don't you start asking the questions about those solutions? What if? How can I? All of a sudden, a light bulb went on. Boop. All of a sudden, a light bulb went on. I wonder if they have grants for women starting new businesses. I'm like, there you go. Yes, they do actually. Have you looked into it? No, I didn't even know. So we had this conversation. Immediately, a light bulb went on after asking a question. We have to ask these questions. Now, let me give you like a real example for my life. There are moments, and there are a lot of moments. There are a lot of moments when I'm about to go live. Okay? I know the subject. My values of faith, conviction, and truth are activated. They're there. They're right there. I feel clear, heated up, and I'm ready to go after it. I'm ready to go on and go after it. I'm so clear. I'm so ready. I know this message is going to help somebody. I know it's going to shift for someone's life. But my thumb hovers over the go live button. It hovers over the go live button like so many times. I can't tell you how many times it has happened to me when I'm about to go live on a video that I'm so excited for. And I go to press that live button. And that red light shows up for me. It shows up bright. You know that live button on Instagram, right? What if they don't receive it? What if I'm misunderstood or I get backlash? Hello, backlash. As a politician, that's in the back of my head often. What if I'm misunderstood? What if I get backlash? What if no one shows up? And all these what ifs. That's not lack of clarity. I have clarity. I know the message. I know my topic. I know my audience. It's not lack of clarity, friends. That's moving away from pain. Remember we talked about this, moving away from pain? In that moment, I'm not organizing around faith. I'm not moving towards faith. I'm not walking in faith. I'm not living by faith. Faith without works is dead. When I'm listening to those what ifs, in that moment, I'm not organizing around faith. There is no faith in that moment. I'm organizing around avoiding rejection. Boom! Misunderstood, rejection, fear, everything all in that one moment. And here's the shift, because you see many lives from me. So obviously I've learned to not allow it to stop me. But here's the shift that I want to give to you. I ask myself the question, just like I did with a friend earlier. I ask the question. I ask myself, Grace, what do you value more? What do you value more? Avoiding rejection or living in conviction? Wow. Ah, my value is freedom, right? So what do I value more? Avoiding rejection or living in conviction? Every time I choose conviction, my voice strengthens, my confidence grows. And that, my friends, that's the green light response. We want to see green lights. Green lights. We're going to see the red lights. It's okay, but they're only there momentarily, aren't they? We're pausing, we're humming, we're idling, we're sitting, we're rocking, we're listening, we're ready, we're clear, we're going after it. We're going after it. We're going after it. Oh, yeah. Come on. Green light. Let's go. Red light. Green light. Red light. Green light. It's a process, but this is what we're doing with awareness and identification. We're identifying how we can make shifts. Your mind is a garden. You ready for some more? Let's say more. Let's have more. More. I want more. I want more. I want more. I want more. Because we want to go more. We want to go deeper. We want to go further. We want to be stronger. Woo! Yes, let's go! Yeah! I love it. Okay, come on. Your mind is a garden. Here we go, some more. This one. Wait, just wait for it. Just wait for it. Yes, more. Your mind is a garden. Moving towards values, the values that you want, they're seeds. Okay, I want you to picture your garden. It's your garden. It's the garden of your mind. And your values, they're beautiful, tiny seeds. And they have everything in them to produce exactly what it is that you want. But moving away from values, what are they? They're the weeds. They're the ugly, nasty, wretched weeds. And friends, weeds grow much faster and much bigger than your seeds. If you don't pull out scarcity at the root, if you don't pull out that wretched scarcity at the root, it spreads into money decisions. What? If you don't pull the scarcity at the root, get it out, it spreads into your money decisions. If you don't pull rejection at the root, it spreads into your leadership. Wow. That one was a real big hit for me. If you don't eliminate weeds by wishing, you don't eliminate weeds by wishing. You eliminate them by identifying the belief feeding them. Say, identify. You eliminate them by identifying the belief feeding them. So what belief feeds your dominant weed? Ooh, there's an ugly weed there. There's a dominant weed inside of that mind, inside of the garden of your mind right now. What belief feeds your dominant weed? And that's the deeper work. Picture it. Close your eyes. Let's close your eyes right now and just take a moment for just you in the garden of your mind. Can you? Will you allow it? Go ahead. Get comfortable. What feels good to you right now? Sitting in a good, comfortable place. Close your eyes and think of your go live moment. Your hesitation moment. Oh, yeah, your body's going to change, okay? Feel the red light. Allow yourself to feel it. Notice where it shows up in your body. Come on, everybody has a go live moment. It's something different for each and every one of us, but what is that go live moment? Your hesitation moment. Feel the red light. Allow yourself to feel that red light. Notice where it shows up in your body. Is it in your shoulders? I'm getting like a pain in my right arm here, like heat, not pain, but heat. So where does it show up in your body? In your chest, in your stomach, your mind, in your heart, where does it show up? Now I want you to take one deep breath. I want you to take one deep breath and straighten your spine. Shift your posture and release. Now remember a time you acted in conviction anyway. Remember a time when everything was coming against you, that weed, that big moment, that feeling that you just was trying to apprehend you, that kept you hesitant. But you remember a time sitting straight up, allow your body to shift, taking a breath, and remembering it. Allow it to come. Remember that time when you had conviction and feel it. Feel your breathing, feel your posture, feel your clarity. Where does that show up in your body? Where does that feeling of conviction, truth, that go live button that you're going to do it anyway, that you did it anyway? Remember that time and remember and see that shift, see that move, feel it, hear it, see it. And I want you to take a couple of fingers and just press them together. Take your pointer and your thumb, and when you're feeling that moment of conviction, of truth, of authenticity, you did it anyways, press your fingers together. You're anchoring that feeling. It's real to you. This is your green light anchor. This is your green light anchor. Yes, I'm going to do it anyway. When hesitation shows up, I want you tomorrow to press it. Whatever that weed is, whatever that feeling was, and you're feeling it, I want you to press it and say, I move in conviction. I move in conviction. This feeling is not danger, it's activation. Again, this feeling is not danger, it's activation. I feel it. This feeling is not danger, it's activation. That time when you just moved in your conviction, you moved in your truth, you moved in your knowing, you moved in your confidence anyways. Oh, yes. Picture yourself in that spot, in that feeling, in that motion. These are important things. You need to change your physiology. You need to allow yourself to shift your state again, moving you forward into possibilities, into the clarity, into the movement. Ooh. This feeling is not danger, it's activation. Do it again a few times. This feeling is not danger, it's activation. Oh, yeah. Okay, open your eyes. We're not eliminating red lights. We're not eliminating because they're there. They're there for a reason. We just have to ask why they're there, right? You have to ask how they're there, and you're retraining your responses. You are retraining your responses to not react. You are responding, and you are trained to respond. That is exactly what they need to do in the military, right? In the army, and when they're in policing or first responders, whatever it is that you're seeing things that you should never see. You're having to respond in moments that you're like terrified that human beings should never see, but they have to do it anyways. They have gone through rigorous training of moving their physiology, pressing forward, changing their mindset, moving forward in belief, no matter what the circumstance, no matter what things look like, you got to do it anyway. People are on fire. People are relying on you. You have to do this. Who is it affecting when you don't do it? You think about that, the military, if they didn't move forward, if they didn't go in and do the invasions, if they didn't do the attack, what would that mean? What would that mean to nations? What would that mean to people? Maybe that's not the best scenario, but you know what I mean by that, because what we're in right now. But you know what I mean, right? They're trained. They had to train their mind. They had to train everything about them. And we have to retrain ourselves in that manner as well. We're moving forward in faith, doing it. We're not eliminating the red lights. We're retraining our response. More and more, exactly, more and more. We want that. That's our CEO behavior. That's our CEO behavior, ladies. No imposter syndrome, no resistance, right? No fear of backlash, no fear of being misunderstood. You're doing it anyways. Woo! You don't need more confidence. You don't need more confidence, women. You need a new conditioned response. When rejection shows up, you expand. And it takes time. I love you. I love you. Yes, exactly. You got to do it anyways. You know your values, where you want to put your kids and what you want to do. Yes, exactly. You do it. That's right. I love you. When rejection shows up, you speak. When scarcity shows up, you expand. When frustration shows up, you adjust. That's leadership. That's leadership, friends. You show up. You show up for your kids. You show up for your family. You show up for your community. You show up for yourself. Put the mask on yourself first, and then others will follow, because they'll see that conviction. They'll see that movement. That is your leadership. Oh, powerful. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You're powerful. You're amazing. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. You're awesome. And you're moving through and seeing the green lights go. Go, go, go. Go with grace. Let's go. Let's go with grace. So tonight in our time of, and I hope that you're making these adjustments in our evenings of getting ready for bed, getting yourself settled. I want to hear, actually, I'm thinking about in a few days, we're going to pull you in on a Zoom, take us off live and bring you into a Zoom so that we can interact a little bit more closer together. But in your night routine, I hope that you're spending some time to wash off the cares of the world this day, and ask yourself some greater questions. What are my red lights? What are the weeds? Let's get it out of the root. Let's bring some clarity so we can have a green light, and let's move forward. After that, after we've done some cleaning and some refreshing, we take a toner, a cleaner for our skin, a brightener that infuses the light that we want to shine, we want to radiate off of the glow of our life. And as we're making these decisions, as we're doing these activations, as we're saying yes to our convictions, to our values, and saying no to the values that are pulling us away, as we're saying no and we're stepping forward, we'll start to shine. We'll start to get our joy, that fulfillment, a life, making decisions, taking bigger steps, bigger strides, faster, with more curiosity, with boldness and confidence. So tonight, after you wash your face, put on some toner, knowing that you're cleaning, you're tightening, you're brightening your skin. And let's keep moving forward as radiant women, as daughters of the King, as ones that are open to receive all that God has for your life, saying yes and sleeping well through the night, because that's the cherished joy, having good sleep, and that's what we're working towards it. Better sleep and greater rise. Have an amazing day. We'll see you again tomorrow, friends. Love you. Big hug. Oh, I love you. Big hug. Feel my love for you. Oh, and God's love for you too. May God bless you, keep you, and cause his face to shine upon you, keeping you in perfect peace. Mwah! Love you. Good night. Good night.